What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Barry the Goat, and you're now tuned in to my podcast on YouTube, brought to you by these nuts. All right, look, today we're talking about boxing talk. Out of every sport, boxing is my favorite. Who's my favorite fighter right now, currently? It's gonna always be Floyd Mayweather. But current boxing right now, my favorite. I can give you top three. I give you my top three right now. Number one, Gervonta Davis. But number one can battle. I can battle two number one. I give you four, but two number ones. My first number one, Gervonta Davis. My number 1.2 is Terrence Crawford. My number two, Earl Spence Jr. And my number three, currently and always will forever be Deontay Wilder. Now, on this episode, I am so excited to currently be watching. And I can't wait. I can't wait. I waited on this fight for so long. It's been talked about. Everybody wants to see this fight. I personally think this is going to go down in history as one of the fastest, best fights ever. What do you mean by that? What I mean by fastest and best fight ever is I don't think personally this fight is going to go longer than 4 rounds. Do I think both parties will connect? Yes. Do I feel one of the parties will connect harder than the other one? Of course. This fight that I'm talking about, that everybody is wanting, everybody is waiting for, is Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia. I'm ready. Saturday, April 22nd at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time. Live on pay-per-view, we got Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia. Woo! If it's me watching, this is so exciting, bro. This is exactly as, I don't know if it's more the same or has the same excitement as Terrence Crawford versus Earl Spence. I can't wait. Hopefully this year, 2023, I feel will be the best year for boxing fights. The best year for boxing alone, I think, will be this year. One of the best years will be this year. I think we're going to have a lot of fights. I think personally after this, like I said this a while back on my podcast channel. Since Ryan is going against Garcia right now, right? Stevenson should go against Devin Haney. Shakur Stevenson should go against Devin Haney, bro. Let's get it over with. It's done with the talking and shit. I saw that that Devin Haney was number one and Gervonta Davis was number two. Personally, I think Davis should be number one, but I think it's fair because Devin Haney has all the titles. Ryan Garcia, to me personally, is he's up there in the top 5 of the new guys, like Gervonta Davis, Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, Ryan Garcia, and I'm gonna put Teofimo in there, bro. Like, a lot of people want to give Teofimo like flag, but to keep it honest, bro, Teofimo is the reason why I personally think these fights are going on. When he went against Lomachenko, and during that time, like, I don't know. This is what I think, bro. I think Teofimo would have still won, but I also think that a crowd being there would have gave that fight a different feel. Do I think they should run it back? Fuck yeah. I think they should run it back. I also think Teofimo should run it back because he should show that when I won against Lomachenko, it's not a fluke. And Lomachenko should just show shit. That was an off day for me, and I could prove that was an off day. But anyway, let's get to the greatest fight of this year right now. Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia. Gervonta Davis at 28-0, and Ryan Garcia, it says about 23-0. Ryan Garcia 19 KOs, and Gervonta Davis is 26 KOs. He's number 2 in the world and number 2 in America. Ryan Garcia is number 10 in the world and number 5 in America. Does that have any significance? Yes. I think a lot of people like to say, man, Ryan Garcia had the toughest challengers. I would say he had the bigger names to some degree. Excuse me, but as far as like international names, and not bigger names, bigger names. But I think Gervonta Davis had the tougher opponents. Isaac Cruz and Garcia, who he just beat too. I think they're better. I think if we're gonna put a fight, right? And who was Ryan Garcia's last opponent? I can't think of his name right now, but I'm not gonna. Let me see. Let me see Ryan Garcia's last opponent. His last fight was against Emmanuel Tugo. Now, I saw that fight also, but I knew that was a win for Ryan Garcia, right? Now, let's do Gervonta Davis' last opponent. I also knew that was a win for Gervonta Davis. I'm not gonna lie. I think every fight is gonna be a win for him. But Hector Garcia versus Emmanuel Tugo, I personally think Davis had the tougher opponent that night. I think he had the tougher opponent. So if we're going to buy opponent on that, with that fight alone, Davis won that round. Isaac Cruz, that's a tough opponent. Luke Campbell for Garcia was tough because he got knocked down. But I don't know, but I think Isaac Cruz would not destroy. Let me not be disrespectful. I think Isaac Cruz will win against Luke Campbell. I don't think Luke Campbell is as pushing forward as Isaac Cruz is. Isaac Cruz kept coming towards Gervonta Davis, and he took that down. Leo Santa Cruz, Gervonta Davis took him down, and Leo is one of my favorite fighters. I thought Leo was gonna last through the end, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, nah, because Leo, he likes to like shit. Hit me, motherfucker. That's how he like. Leo Santa Cruz is like, hit me, motherfucker. I'm gonna hit you back, but hit me. But I think Gervonta took that and was like, hey, all right, you asked for it. And he delivered. This fight, I think, I'm not gonna give my prediction to the end of this. I'm gonna wait. I gave my prediction in the beginning, but I didn't say who would get the hardest punch. I didn't say who. You might think you know where I'm going with it, but trust me, you don't know. But what I'm gonna do right now is let's do a highlight battle. Let's start around.
top 10 welterweights in the world before the fight. He's here for one of the announcing teams. Good hook, and Rodriguez goes down.
Because he can fight anybody at any time.
Hard right hand. Wow. How did he weather that? Another one. And a hook, and down he goes. Garcia and the
Garcia's quick, right? But if you're watching what I'm watching, that left side of his face is always open. It's always open, and I honestly think that's how Luke caught him. But he can't do that against Davis at all. That left hand being down like that, you can't do that with Davis. You have to be up all times with Davis. Ryan is quick, but you keep forgetting Davis is quick. And this is why I think Davis may be quicker in this situation.
Just 2 punches.
He's closer.
Hector Tanahara, especially there he goes down.
Ryan's long. Davis being this close,
Smile on his
that
face.
left being
Ask him
open,
about Ryan Garcia.
all it takes is Davis to keep going down,
There he's going to the body,
right?
letting his hands go.
Put his head in his
Ryan
chest.
Garcia.
The youngsters just say, man, I can do this.
Over.
Whenever you want. There
It's
it is,
over.
though. You can't do it whenever you want.
It's
If your name is
over.
Ryan Garcia, you could be
But
a lot taller, but he's the same
I
size
see.
as me. It was there, it looked like a slip. And that's the case with Valenzuela. Big left hand there from Ryan Garcia.
a step back.
It's not to go after him. But he catches Ryan, but then he gets caught with the left.
That's
Walk a
the
little bit,
best.
and he's just reaching so far. That's exactly what Garcia did there. Valenzuela threw his best punch of the night, and he gets caught. He's about to get finished here as the bell sounds.
The power and the twitchiness of Garcia early
See
on.
how that
But again,
face
that's
is
the
open?
recklessness right
Like,
there. I still think Garcia
Davis
was a
can't.
knockdown.
Ryan Garcia in the white, and there it is.
Oh.
It is over. Raul Calles Jr.
200 amateur wins, hard right hand that landed.
can't
And
afford
shook
it.
Duno.
So I
Garcia
say
able to land that right now. Down he goes.
That boy super fast. Has power.
Hey, do it again, Ryan. Do it again.
See that?
He's got the white gloves, and he's pounding the veteran Antonio Martinez, and he's letting his hands go over and over. 10 seconds to go. He is long, that 5'10" advantage. Oh, that right hand, and Rudy Barragan jump
I
in,
wanna
it
say,
is over.
yeah,
Left
he had a-
hand,
he had a
likes to
change
shoulder
in.
roll, lead with a lot of hook, hand speed, and
And there he goes. Garcia's down.
Garcia's has been stopped numerous times. This is nothing.
That stung him, and it is over.
He said he was going to start
Heck,
pushing the
no,
tempo.
neither one of us is as Ryan Garcia or
You talk about guys comfortable fighting south.
Isaac, maybe stronger, but
Guess what? He believes, oh, and he caught him with a left hook again.
nowhere near Ryan Garcia.
That right hand buckled the leg. Lucky.
It's a hard fight. It can go either way.
I don't know. I don't like that style.
But the only reason I feel like it can go either way is Davis says himself, right? The only way I think it can go a hard way if Davis himself says, man, this is easy, bro. He can say that and still win, but you can't take Ryan light at all. You can't give Brian that disrespect of like you're not as good as you think. Ryan is good as fuck. That's no easy fight. And knowing Ryan, I feel like Ryan has this personality like of if he feels embarrassed, it's like he'll do anything not to feel embarrassed. And I think he's gonna try his best to do what he said he's gonna do against Gervonta, and that might hurt him. But I say pedal back and keep your jab, strong jabs. But you gotta keep moving. You can't stand still with Davis. You can't. And Davis is also way faster on his feet. He can pivot faster. Left jump, right. Boom. On the left side of your head. Let's look at some Gervonta Davis highlights. Let's look at this.
It's a new day. It's a new life for me. Yeah.
Welcome to Gervonta Davis All Knockouts.
You never know. Tank is a big puncher. You might go in there and, land one big punch.
But it's going to be hard for Ryan to
1,200, getting the knockout in the main event.
and it won't be as easy. It'll be hard for Gervonta Davis too. But I think in this fight, the level that he's going to win, right, it's maybe going to show that nobody can step.
This is a pay-per-view star.
And the only person I think is close enough
he works
to
extremely hard. He has a great team.
withstand.
And the only thing we can do is continue to push it, help him go to the top. And he's one of the top guys in pound for pound
But
right
do
now.
I think Gervonta Davis is unbeatable? Yes.
Lightning quick.
And
Splitting the guard of Ruiz.
Rolly
There's a
George.
combination by Davis, culminating with the right arm.
I don't know why Rolly still thinks he can take Gervonta Davis like that. Rolly's not a bad person, like a fighter at all. He's too open for Gervonta Davis. When I feel like when you're Gervonta Davis size, look at that. You see how close he can be? He's right between. Look at his body. He's right between the person's chest at all times. Your hands are always on the outside of him, right? And he's so close on the inside. His hands, I don't think he has a long of a reach. You saw that? That's how close he can get to you. That's hard. That's hard to have a real defense against him. That's super hard. So as I was saying earlier, Ryan has to move. You see how they stand still that you can't do that. You can't do that with Davis. You can't do that with Davis. You literally have to pedal back. Everyone that I'm looking at everybody right now, none of them had good movement in the feet. That's why I think Shakur Stevenson is the only one that can maybe give Gervonta the most problem because he moves a lot. He's great on his feet. I would say Devin Haney is as good.
Now look at this right hook right
You know what I'm saying? But
And again, there's a big left hook. And
it's
Davis
hard
was
to say Devin Haney.
wow, what a great one punch.
And I say that to say the reason I think it's hard for Devin Haney to get that is because Devin Haney is open a lot too. Devin Haney would give Gervonta problems. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying Devin Haney won't give Gervonta Davis problems, but I feel like Devin Haney is open too much also. I feel like Devin Haney has his hands down a lot too. But he does have a nice jab, but he likes to stay in the middle. Shakur moves a little bit more than Devin Haney. Moving around the ring more. Devin Haney has a lot of good head movement in the middle of the ring. You know? But I think he's easy to catch when he's on the ropes, closer to the ropes. Well, easy for somebody like Gervonta Davis, not for everybody else. But I think he's a little easy for Gervonta Davis to catch him on the ropes and, shoot. But I think Devin Haney would come off with you can grab him, push him back, get back in the middle of the ring and, fight off like that. And I think that fight will go off point-based. Do I think any of them would get knocked out? Do I think Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney would get knocked out by Gervonta Davis? No. Do I think they would last 12 rounds? Yes. Do I think it would be a point based. If you really want to see boxing like point based, you get them too. And it's like Davis has a lot of points. Like he can make points too. Like a lot of people don't realize like Davis has the skills, but he understands what gets the bills paid. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, he's keeping that. You know what I'm saying? And Errol Spence kind of did the same thing too. But his competition, as time get, over, his competition, it gets better. I think a lot of people just had this thing about Errol Spence that, he's mad, he can knock you out. We ain't seen him box, but he started showing you against, what's my boy name? I want to say, it's not Garcia. I want to say it's Garcia. Hold on. Yeah, Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia, well, I ain't forget about him, which is one of my favorite fighters of all time. Danny Garcia is one of my favorite fighters. He showed against Danny Garcia he can box too. You know what I'm saying? So but I don't think that's the fight that I'm talking about though. What's the dude name when he fought? Yeah, when he fought Garcia. Yeah, I'm right, but not Danny Garcia. Mikey Garcia. When he fought Mikey Garcia, I think he wanted to show that he could box. He didn't want to stand like Mikey could, Mikey, I think they could box head to head. You know what I'm saying? I thought Mikey would have gave a better show. But I also think Errol Spence wanted to show in there. It didn't matter, like I can box my ass off. Y'all think Mikey the best boxer? Let me show y'all I can box my ass off. But that goes back to my point. Well, with Gervonta Davis, it's going to take Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney in that type of fight, where he's going to like show like, yeah, I can box too. I don't think he want to take that chance with Ryan Garcia at all. I think he want to get Ryan Garcia out of there, and Ryan Garcia want to get Davis out of there. What do I think is going to happen in the fight? First round predictions. I feel like both of the fighters will come out slow, but I think somebody's going to surprise somebody with a hit. A real hard hit. And it's going to be like a game on. A game on, right? I just had deja vu. Then the second round, right? Second round, I think it's going to get a little slower. Both sides are reading each other. A little slower. And a good pop from the opposite side also. Then the third round, I think both will feel each other power and say, let's go. And I think the third round is going to be a very exciting round for boxing. A very exciting round for boxing. Where it seems like no matter who won that round, whoever won or lost that round, they won for boxing in the third round. Fourth round, I think this will be the end of the fight. I think Ryan will get too much and, I got it. I can do it. Like, he needs that, but I think he's going to want to speed it up because I think he wants to be a man of his words, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. But I think it's going to hurt him in the long run against Gervonta Davis. Your goal shouldn't be to knock Gervonta out. It shouldn't be. Your goal should be take Gervonta Davis 12 rounds. Because even regardless, even if you are stronger than Gervonta, let's just say you are stronger than Gervonta Davis, right? Why take that risk? Why take that risk trying to So yeah, I can do it. No, don't take that risk with Gervonta Davis. Don't take that risk. But I think Gervonta Davis is gonna come out with the win. I think Gervonta Davis is gonna be like, shit, this is fun to him. And I think his coach gonna say, hey, turn up. I can turn up now? All right, bet. I'm finna take him out. It's over with. The same thing that Terrence Crawford does. Everybody think Terrence Crawford just be taking his time. He does, but they think he's learning the opponent, bro. He's not learning. He already know him. Terrence is just trying to put on the best possible show and showcase he's the best boxer. But he can get you out of there. If you ever notice, like the fight against Sean Porter. Shout out to Sean Porter, one of the greats. The fight against Sean Porter. When he looked in that corner, he said, Sean up. They said, yeah, Sean up. He said, all right. He does that in a lot of fights, and he comes out and wins. Same thing with Gervonta Davis. They tell him something crazy in that. Why he over there in the corner? Hey, the judge is looking at this. They doing what? Nah, I can't have that. I can't have that. So, he takes over. Who do I win? Who do I think will win this fight? Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia, Saturday, April 22nd. I'm going with Gervonta Davis. 4th round, KO, or technical stoppage. Thank you for tuning in.